Alrighty, guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that it's a message that we've brought, a little ebook that we've done called Beyond the 40. And I know among some generations it's not really well received, and we've got some criticism for it from some, but we've got accolades for it from others. And essentially the book talks about, it's called Beyond the 40, and it's not talking about being older than 40 years old. It's talking about this stigma that we have in the West here, specifically about a 40-hour work week, and how this stigma goes a little something like this, like if I've worked 40 hours, I've worked the max, and you owe me the max for that 40 hours. And I think that it's hard to talk about this without seeming like you're condoning working people to death and never taking a break, and and that's certainly not. Obviously, that's not what any of us are talking about. We're not talking about, not paying people their due wages, and we're not talking about being demanding of people and forcing people to work 50 hours. What that book was for was really for leaders like you, executive directors, and it was us sharing our heart with you that so here's how it goes. So my belief was that my 40-hour work week that I do at the Dream Center, I do about a 90, sometimes 80, 90-hour work week. That's about right where I'm at. Some weeks, a lot of preparation, a lot of heavy grants, I'll maybe push 100 hours. But that's my normal. I've done that for 20 years. I've done 80, 90 hours of work a week. Now, beyond that, I am a loving father. I build go-karts with my kid, and we race cars, and we go hiking. I've got a Jeep, so obviously it's muddy all the time. I do a lot of stuff with my Jeep, with my wife, with my family. So it's not to where I've not allowed that 80-hour work week to encroach into my family life. So it's not like I am not there to take kids to school. I am. Birthday parties, sports team, anything like that, I'm there for my kids and for my wife. But it was a recognition on my part, and I think especially coming off the mission field, that in the West we waste a lot of time. Like, we waste a lot of time, and we sort of covered it over with nice terms like balance and rest and refreshing and relaxation, and you deserve it. And I'm not saying none of that has a time and that none of that is true, but I think for me, I came to a realization that this is what I saw. I felt like my 40 hours of that 80-hour work week, my 40 hours is my tithe. That's what I owe the Lord in the ministry. Like, that's just normal. That's what I owe. I'm paid based on that, and I feel like that's what I owe. But when I look at the radical points of growth that our ministry has experienced, when I look at everyone without exception, every new ministry that we started, when I look at the major fundraising projects we've done, when I look at this project that I'm going to now, we're building a new Dream Center for juvenile girls. When I look at all of this is happening beyond the 40-hour mark. Colorado City and the site in New Mexico and Nogales and Central Arizona, all this work is happening after we've already done our 40-hour work week. We acquired a new shelter in Glendale. It was a massive property, 9-acre property, and 48 girls home. Like, all of that work was before all the phone calls, all the emails, all the work was before I even started my day at the Dream Center. So this dynamic, then, what I see and what I've sensed is that my time beyond the 40-hour work week, my time within the 40-hour work week, amazing stuff happens. The stuff that we're doing at the Dream Center, the fundraising and the administration and the leadership and the tweaking of programs and all that stuff happens. Great stuff happens within a 40-hour work week. But beyond the 40, where I'm stretched physically, mentally, emotionally, where I'm pushing the envelope, pushing myself in beyond the 40, I have seen miracle territory. I have seen things that I've never seen within just the 40-hour work week. I've seen God work in ways and use me in ways that I just don't see in the same 40-hour work week. Now I know that's a radical thought. It boils down to this: like, you work really hard. You work hard. You work long, and God rewards your work. Now, beyond the 40, I didn't just start out working 80 hours. I came out of corporate America, and in corporate America I worked 60, 70 hours in engineering, and that was what we did. That was normal. Like that was normal. And so I came out of that environment, and when I came into the ministry, I was on Adopt-A-Block. I was on outreach one time, and I was talking to a young mother who was there, and she had several kids running around, and she seemed tired, and I said, late night, and she said no, I just pulled an extra shift this week, and she told me that she had worked 100 and some hours that week, and I thought, oh man, she's just exaggerating, But then she started to tell me, like, she had 3 jobs. She was a single mother, was living with her mom, who helped take care of the kids during the day. But I thought a couple things coming into the ministry. I thought, well, here's a mother who, out of necessity, is taking care of her kids and working hundreds of hours every week to provide for her children. And then here I was coming out of corporate America, working 60, 70 hours a week because I loved it, but also because of just, the pay was good and everything. I thought, how much less am I to think that this work at the Dream Center is ever going to be just all about, I'm going to hit my 40 hours and then I'm done. And I merged all that with just life and experience on the mission field. And if you've ever been truly on the mission field, like, you don't have hours. Like, it's all in. Like, there's no stopping the flow of people and the flow of, like, need and the work. Like, okay, maybe I'll get a few hours sleep tonight, and then I'm going to get back up. We're going to go back out and feed people and help stop the, whatever. And so beyond the 40 has become a life principle for me. Now, I'll caveat that heavily, and I think this is the part that people don't hear, is that, yes, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't do beyond the 40, right? If you have a family and your family is suffering and missing and needing you, like, you're not doing your ministry to your family, to your wife and to your kids. Absolutely. And if you're, upset because they're taking your time and you're on the computer, and you're not being with your family. And so I think this all-in mentality beyond the 40, it is a mentality of being all in, and it's a mentality that you have in family ministry as well, your own family's ministry as well. And so, yes, take care of yourself. Yes, rest and have fun. But let me just try this a couple times. So I'll get up 5, 6 o'clock and do a little work. Kids and family will get up about 7, 8 o'clock, and you'll have some time with them. And then I'll come in 9, 10 o'clock and work till about 6. Get home, see the family, and from like 7 till 10, it's just family time every night. So it's wife and family and kid and having fun and doing cool stuff. Some nights, some afternoons, I'll leave a little earlier, but always I'll pull another hour or two after that. And I think the tendency for many of us is we'll fall into the zone where we'll just flip on the TV, or pull up your phone and just sit there in bed and flip through Twitter or different things. I do that. I look at Twitter. I mean, I got Twitter's like a dumpster fire sometimes, right? So, but I mean, some of us will spend hours and hours and just calculate the time that you put into those other things. And I mean, if you think that rolling through Twitter or sitting on Netflix is giving you rest, I mean, you don't understand like how the body processes rest. Like, if your mind is uber stimulated, you're not getting rest. Anyway, so think of the time that you spend, the downtime that you spend, and if it truly is restful time that is rejuvenating you and keeping you healthy, then that's great and that's amazing. And I'm not bashing TV or things, because you can do that with your family and it can be a good thing. But I would challenge every one of you: how much time are you spending doing that stuff? And is it a rest for you, or are you hiding in that? Because I know some who hide in that, And if you're hiding, that's something you need to take care of and you need to fix, because quite frankly, the time is very short. People in this city, in your city, are dying and going to hell every single day, and some of them are dying a painful death that you could have helped with. And I'm not about the guilt trip type thing, but I am about we got to wake up, like the church at large. We need to wake up and we need to do more. We have become sleepy, we've become groggy, and we need to stop and listen, because I really feel that the great awakening among youth, among kids my son's age, it's going to overtake us all. And I want to be awake when that happens. Let it not be said that the Lord found me sleeping. And at this rate, He won't. God bless you guys. Hope that's been helpful. Do some work beyond the 40. Stretch yourself a little bit. And let me know what God did beyond the 40. God bless you. Bye-bye.